Good fucking morning, my boy.
Oh my god, welcome back. Welcome to the official season 2 of
No,
Weese.
this is not unofficial.
Yes,
This is
it is, because I'm not going to label it season 2.
official.
I'm not going to label it season 2. But yeah, we're back. We're back and we're riding the saddle again. I don't know. So during this podcast, we have an advertisement going on. So this advertisement is it's just an advertisement we put out. We're working with somebody. I forgot his name, but I can pull it up right now. But his name is BLK. Little bit of an editor's note. The guy's name is BLK Paco. Okay, back to the podcast. And he wanted to advertise his podcast on ours and ours on his. So we have a little bit of an ad. Yeah, a little bit of a collaboration here. So if you guys get a mid-roll or an ad before this, then you guys know why. So we're actually, people are actually taking interest in us, and
which is awesome.
We're excited.
Which is super awesome.
It's super fucking dope.
Super duper awesome. No, we didn't only come back just because of that.
No, we didn't. We were planning to come back for a little bit, but obviously shit got in the way, and now my school's starting back, so I can get into more of a little bit of a schedule and start working with AJ a little bit more and doing everything a little bit better, and my water's coming out of my goddamn water bottle. We're just making sure that our audio and everything's fine. It should be fine because I fixed everything. I was doing a little bit more fiddling with my computer, so hopefully everything's just better.
All right, everything is better.
And unsurprisingly, it's not echoey. Like, I can hear with my regular ears, which is very interesting. Okay, so we left off on talking about, I think, like, my breakup and shit on the last podcast.
Yeah.
And then I think that's the last thing we talked about. So as of right now, I'm doing okay. I think I just have my moments of, like, really sad boy hours. But then, I just play like video games, or I try to take my mind off of that. But yeah, that's it. That's about it where I am right now. So hopefully, just get better. And now I have 1 semester of college left until I go to U of H, and then 2 years, and then I'm done, and then I can do this full time.
Wait, listen to my arm.
Nice.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wait.
You got some fucking.
Oh my god!
Some ASMR. Some knuckle cracking ASMR.
Oh, your neck, dude.
Yeah. I
Oh,
I can't do it too often because it'll fuck. My neck starts to hurt.
Like somebody snapped in a cup. Like somebody went in a cup.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's what it sounds like sometimes. No, but what's up? What's going on? Let's update the people. What's been happening with you?
I have been working, and like, dude, this crazy thing happened to me. I was working, and
then I took a break, and then I went back to working.
Nah, nothing's crazy been happening. Just been doing me.
Good.
And getting money, chasing the bread.
Bro, I still haven't got my goddamn stimulus check. Pissing me off. I don't know why I haven't got my $600 yet.
You're crying. Why?
I want my $600. Dude, I got so much money when I went on unemployment.
Oh, you went on unemployment?
Yeah, I got unemployment for like
unemployment was
for a couple.
On unemployment was like getting new cards.
Yeah, we were getting fucking cash, and then I was like, okay, I can go back to work now. So I went back to work, and now the stimulus check is supposed to be coming out, and I'm like, I haven't got my $600 yet. So I'm like, what the fuck, Trump, and what the fuck, Biden? Because Biden's supposed to give us 1,400 or 1,400, and I'm like, holy shit, like that's $2,000 right there in the pocket. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'm just at the bottom of the list or something.
That's for sure coming out of the 1,400.
Right. I think I'm just at the bottom of the list. So they're just like, okay, well, this guy's working, so he doesn't need it right now.
Well, they took a while to give it to me, too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they're just taking a little bit longer for me.
My mom got it. My stepdad got it. Everybody around me was getting it. Like, where the fuck is mine?
Right. Yeah, I think my mom might have gotten hers, but I don't know about my dad. So, yeah. You got some stories? What happened between the month that we were gone? Because we left off in November.
Was it a month?
I think it was. Yeah. We didn't record anything for the month of December. which is crazy because we were still getting downloads like during December and January. So there were some people listening to us, and now that we're back, it's even better because now you guys are like new content. You don't have to keep re-listening to the same ones over and over again. So not only that, but we have the promotion, and we have a new logo or a new cover that I made before coming back. So everything's brand new, everything's fresh. So it's great. I love it.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. What's up? What do you got on your phone? I see you got something on your phone.
I got some random topics just thrown in here on my phone.
Cool.
I've only got a few, as I expect you do. These ones up here
I have like 100.
These ones up here we've used in the past.
Oh, okay.
What if Usain Bolt was a zombie?
He would. I don't think
he would just. Rack up kill streaks.
I don't think he would have a biggest kill streak as a regular zombie. I don't think it would be the same thing. Not only because he's really skinny, so there's not a lot of the virus to feed on him, but like if he did become a zombie, I don't think he would just be as slow as everybody else. Unless you're talking about World War Z zombies.
No. I'm just talking about like straight up, like say like a regular zombie virus came out and it got to Usain Bolt, and he just stayed normal, like physically and all that. He just got the virus, and all of a sudden he wants to eat ass. Okay. So, how fucking terrifying do you think that would be? A 60-mile-an-hour man running at you. You can't get away from that.
Like I said, I don't think he would run, because if it's a regular zombie disease, I think he would just walk.
Really?
Like a regular person. He wouldn't. The virus wouldn't know that he can run 60 miles.
Well, no,
because it's not that kind of virus.
That's not the point. Is he still had like zombies?
So you're saying that
think about this. Like zombies, it's like in every movie, they can all just run. Regular zombies, unless their like legs are fucked up for whatever reason. True.
Well, then it'd be pretty fucking terrifying to see fucking Usain Bolt as a zombie coming to me.
Just hauling ass. This blur comes past you, and
yeah, that'd be pretty fucked up. Actually, that'd be pretty fucking terrifying. Because
nobody can outrun him.
Yeah, nobody's gonna be able to outrun him. Like
That's what I was saying. Didn't he just rack up a hell of a kill streak?
Probably. Holy shit. I don't know, but he would be fast.
He'd be inbound. Oh shit! You're right. Usain Bolt's coming.
He'd be too fast to even get the virus alone because he'd be outrunning zombies. But if he did happen to get it, for some reason, I think that would be pretty fucking terrifying.
So Usain Bolt as a survivor. Come on, everybody.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
It's not that. Yeah, I'm just gonna run all the way to the fucking safe zone.
Just run to the fucking. Run up the side of this mountain.
Come on, keep up, guys. Like,
come on, guys. Let's run up the side of this mountain. Let's go.
Get long ass fucking spider legs. Fucking steps are like what 3 yards? I don't fucking know how it's like this width is. Anyway, what's up?
Your turn.
Oh, my turn for a topic. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
My topics aren't really like, they're like okay, but
pick one. Close your eyes.
No, I got it. What was the worst thing you did as a kid?
Worst thing as a kid.
The worst thing. That's absolutely just worst thing.
Worst thing I did as a kid.
See, this is. Fuck that question. See, this is why I didn't restart the podcast with anybody else, because I have a recording of me and Ruben, talking for the podcast. I have a little bit of recording of me and Ian talking in the podcast, and I just can't talk to them like I can talk to you. And I'm like, I would love to restart the podcast with them. I would love to do a podcast with them. Don't get me wrong. They're great people. Mm-hmm. I'm not dogging on them, but I just cannot flow like I can with you. And there's something about us that just makes this podcast much more genuine and that much more authentic to me, because we're best friends. We can talk about whatever the fuck we want. We don't have to have a topic. And you guys are here with us, listening to us, and just being here along with the ride. Now, granted, would we prefer you guys to say something and to like ask us questions and stuff like that? Yes, of course.
That's what the Gmail is for.
That's what the email is for.
If you've listened to podcasts past,
right? We have an email that you guys can submit stuff in, and there's a great topic. It's a great way to like fucking what is it called? Segue into this, but like that's what I'm saying is that I just could not do the podcast without AJ, and AJ can't do the podcast without me, obviously. But like besides all of that, like despite
there's nobody we'd rather.
There's nobody I would rather do it with than with AJ, only because he is
media outputs before, like YouTube.
Right, we've done that before, but it just doesn't fucking work. And podcasting is meant for us because that's what we used to do. We used to just show up to each other's houses and we chill and we talk, and that's it. We'd go ride our bikes, maybe skateboard a little bit, and then after that, we come back inside, we eat food, and we just talked.
When Lewis and I are around, there's endless conversation. There's always something to talk about, unless like something has to be grabbing our attention. Right.
Or there's like a specific topic that we're like not necessarily arguing about, but we're debating or like we're theorizing about, because that's what we do. Yeah. That's what we do. That's all we did.
We're theorists.
So now
that's just a theory.
Now that we have the podcast, it's just an outlet and a way to record it. Not only record it, but maybe even eventually monetize it, which isn't the goal. That's not the goal to monetize this. This is just like we did YouTube. It was always just for fun. Yeah. It wasn't meant to get money. It wasn't meant for anything. We just did it because we wanted to do it. Was there hopes and intentions and inspirations to become YouTubers? Yes. But obviously that didn't work out. We're a little older now. We're a little bit more mature. And now we're doing a podcast, which also is just for fun, which is why the break wasn't such a big a deal as I was making it out to be, because I knew we would come back eventually. Yeah. It was going to happen regardless of what anybody said or did or said that we weren't going to make it. We were going to come back, and that was it. And so now we're back, to say the least.
I have an interesting question. What if Arnold Schwarzenegger came out and he said to the world that his secret for his bodybuilding was fucking cup noodle?
That'd be a big advertisement for Cup Noodle. Cup Noodle would be like, what the fuck?
Think about that. Like, his secret was, I only ate Cup Noodle for...
for protein.
For protein.
What the fuck? Like I said, that'd be a big promotion for a Cup Noodle. And I wonder how many people would either fall for it or be like,
oh my
I gotta start eating Cup Noodle now while I go work out.
Cup Noodle.
And then
I'd start buying stocks and Cup
Probably, yeah, that'd probably be the best move.
Dude, shit would skyrocket.
And then sell it right before people start to realize that it doesn't do shit. Then they'll be like, what the, okay.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay.
Worst childhood, which thing you did when you were a child?
Worst thing I did as a child.
What's worse than a rapist? A child.
A child. No. Shit, dude, I've done a lot of fucking stupid things. Yep. You remember back in second grade, back all the way to second grade when we first met. You remember when we used to go to the bathroom and people used to like sit on the other urinal trough and fucking try to get their piss to go as far as they could? Yeah.
That's the stupidest thing you've done?
No, but
it's pretty stupid. Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
We used to like fucking literally like
stand like five
have competitions during restroom breaks with dudes. How old were we in second grade?
I don't fucking remember,
dude. I don't remember, but we were really young. We were in single digit age, weren't we?
5. No, we were like. Not 5. 5?
Not 5. No, we were... So,
like 6 or 7.
Grade was what year? 2001? 2002? 2003.
I don't remember, dude.
I think it was 2003.
I can't be 2003 because I'm only 3 years old.
Oh, wait.
There's no way. Bro, it's math and it's early and I'm not about... Yeah, it's got to be like 7 or 8.
Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, because 9 and 10 are our preteen years where we were in Rayford. That was right before we go to Rayford.
Okay, so it had to be like 7 or 8.
It had to be like 7 or 8. Yeah. Anyway, but what's up?
We'd stand on the other side of the urinal trough and like we'd get into pairs.
You know what I just noticed?
See who could piss first.
Not only that, but like in Rayford they had urinals, but like in T they just had a fucking metal bar. It was just the fucking horse trough to get you pissed in. And then when you heard it, it was like a loud aluminum banking sound. It was just, yeah, that's all it was. And I was just like, when I pissed there, I was like, I don't like this. This is too loud. So I would pee in the actual toilet, which had no doors, and the walls were like the height of your chest because reasons. Don't know why they had it like that. And the only good restrooms that you could go to, which is the ones that I found out about late in the game, were the band hall ones where they had actual fucking stalls, and that's the one where I started to go to.
Yup.
Like I had a science class in the back of Teague, and I would tell her that I'm going to the ones in the band hall, and she's like, "Where are those?" I'm like, "Those are in front of the school," and she's like, "Oh, okay." And so I would walk all the way over there. I didn't care. Like, I was not using the restroom unless I really had to fucking go. Yeah. I remember walking in on somebody that was shitting one time. He was just shitting, and the stalls are really low, so you can see him shitting. So I'm like,
so
okay,
you see his head.
Yeah, you just see his head, and I'm just gonna.
He looks over here. He's like, oh, fuck.
Yep. Yep. And then I just turn around and try to respect his face, and I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna come in here while he's fucking do that. Oh yeah, I have like questions for like females, but like that's when we have a guest.
Ask me.
I was like, do you think women prefer public or private proposals?
Public or private proposals?
Yeah, so like you're gonna ask to marry her, you can do it in public or you do it in private.
Here's the thing about public proposals is a lot of times
it's the pressure that makes them say yes.
It's sometimes the pressure of all these people being around them makes them go, oh fuck, everybody's here.
Right. And I don't want to embarrass this guy.
Yes, I'll marry you.
And
get in the car.
So I don't mind.
Have you ever seen those like failed public marriage proposals?
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're so depressing.
Yeah. So here's the thing. If and when I propose, right, and you don't want me to do it in public, I'd expect you to tell me before I do it, because you should already know that if we've been together for X amount of years and you feel like I'm getting ready to propose, you need to tell me beforehand, hey, can you do it in private if you're going to do it, right? Or at least not around people.
You should like just ask that question like on the first date. So if I was to propose to you,
yeah, but then you start scaring them off and shit, and they're like, wait a minute, what the fuck are you talking about? No,
first date.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying is that
that's how you get it.
I'd rather you tell me to do it in private instead of doing it in public, because and then you get mad at me for not doing it in public. But there's another thing that, like, if you know that you're gonna say yes and I do it in public, why wouldn't you just say yes, despite the pressure? The quote unquote pressure. He's putting quotes in the air. Because if you're already in love with this person and he does it in public, then I'd expect you to say yes, despite of where it is, right? But if you haven't been dating for that long, or if you feel like you want to do it in private, I'd rather you tell me than to not tell me. If that makes sense. I'm not sure if that makes sense or not.
I guess.
So like,
I'm trying to figure. I don't know.
So you're dating a girl for, I don't know, let's just say 7 years, right?
Okay.
And you're planning to propose, and she knows. And you know that she's gonna say yes. So do you still do it in private, or do you do it in public, even though you know and she knows that she's gonna say yes?
I feel like it's like the thought, maybe like I feel like it's like the thought that counts, because I had an issue with homecoming when I was in high school. Like, my girlfriend at the time, I was like, I know you're gonna say yes.
Right.
So what's the point? I just wanted to ask you in
person. Yeah, that's another thing. I
just wanted to ask you in person. Hey,
yeah.
Like, which homecoming do you want to go to? Yours or mine?
Yeah. Right.
You know?
Interesting.
And she's like, why didn't you ask me to go? Like, she wanted like the sign
but
in
it's
front of everybody.
Yeah, but that's
fuck that.
It's a little bit of
you.
That. Not only that, but it's a little bit of a high school thing too. It's like
a high school thing.
Yeah, it's a high school thing. So like that's what I'm saying is that
doesn't fucking
would you
matter.
would you do the same high school thing for a proposal, or would you not do the same thing for a high school proposal?
I would do it for a proposal, because a proposal is like, that's like the highest level you can go.
Right.
Marriage, that's as high as you can go.
Right.
It's nothing me on that.
Yeah.
There's anal, but
but other than that, it's like
other than that, there's it's just marriage, you know.
stupid.
It's a higher commitment.
Yeah, look
bro.
how you just did it so casually. It's just like it's about as high as you can go.
But...
And then there's anal, and then
right before that, there's.
It's fucking stupid. Anyway, but I think I would just rather just have her tell me that she would like to have it be done in private than in public, or at least
or like in a family room setting, like gather all the family.
Or the family, like even that. But even then, is like pressured because do you do it around her family? Do you do it around my family? Do you do it around? I had
an actual thought about this once, like when I was going through with Deanne. Like we were together for a while, you know, and at one point I thought about, what if I bought her a fucking ring pop and proposed to her? You know, it was something like that, whatever. And I was going through this, and I'm like, what if I put together a big fucking party, like on Christmas or fucking like one of these days? I don't know. This thought just came into my head, and I started running through all these scenarios in my head.
Right, as men do, because that's what we do. Especially
I think I'm a little hyperactive with it. So.
No, trust me, I can get pretty intense because I'm like, okay, dude, this is how, where, and when I would propose to her, and then I'm like, what does our wedding look like?
No, listen, I go through the same exact process,
right.
But I verbally out my fucking.
Oh, okay, so you say it out loud.
I verbally out the lines going through my head, like, and I do it loud sometimes. Sometimes I'll lose myself in the fucking daydream. And I'll just be there just talking
to yourself
out loud to myself. I remember the most embarrassing moment. I got caught doing it once, and I didn't realize it. I'm in my own head, and all of a sudden I hear AJ. Anthony! And I was like, what? It is my manager from across the fucking.
Nice.
I was working.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I think you told this. You said this already. I think.
Have I talked
so.
About this?
I think so. Fuck. Anyway, whatever.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, you were just out loud. You were just speaking out loud.
I was just being really fucking loud in the store while I was working there. There wasn't shit going on.
Right.
So I'm bored, you know. I'm sitting in my own head.
Yeah. Fucking do your own thing.
Daydreaming.
Yeah.
While I'm folding clothes. So, as I'm doing that, Natalie, my manager from across the store, goes, Anthony! And I'm like, I snap out of it. I'm like, what? What's up? What you need? You need me to do something?
Like, you're talking
She's
to yourself.
like, are you talking to yourself? I'm like, fuck. And I was like, and then she's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I have those moments, where I'm just sitting there, I'm talking to myself, and then they come up to me, they're like, "Are you fucking talking to yourself?" And I'm like, "Yeah." You don't fucking do that. No, but with back to like the wedding stuff, it's like, okay, I know, I have the perfect proposal in my head already. Like I know what I'm gonna do, I know how I'm gonna do it, I know how it's gonna go. It's like the wedding part is like that's the part that like that's another thing is that like
actual wedding,
right? It's like. Do females do that, or do they only do that with boyfriends?
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they fantasize about their weddings, right? But is it weird to do that in a relationship? Like, what are the boundaries in that?
What do you mean?
Like, when do you start talking about that? Like, actually seriously talking about it? Because like, you're dating for somebody for a year, and you talk about it, and it's pretty crazy.
There's no time limit on it, but after a certain amount of time, it's like,
why not? Yeah, why not start thinking about it?
You know, I'm like, I have no intentions of breaking up with you.
Right.
You don't have any intentions of breaking up with me. Let's get cheaper car insurance. Let's get married.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm done with the dating game. I am off the market, which means I'm just out of the game until I get out of.
Lewis is off the market
until I get out of college.
He's getting a fleshlight.
Yep. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I think I'm done with all that bullshit. I'm not gonna put myself through anything more than I already have, and I'm not gonna put anybody else through anything more than I already have. So. Granted, this last relationship was a good one. Didn't end so well, but Despite that, I think her being my actual like first love, my actual like real first love.
Yeah.
It was actually eye-opening and beneficial to me to learn and to actually see what a year-long relationship might have been.
What it takes.
Or what it takes to actually be in one. So
yeah, mine.
After this one, I think I'm done. I'm gonna go finish college, finish my 2 years, and then fucking find my own place, and then work on a female, I guess.
Just build one.
Hey,
you said that. You said work on a female.
Work on getting one, whatever. I don't gives a fuck.
Okay. Build one.
Cyberpunk got goddamn robotic sluts.
Detroit become human. Detroit great sex doll.
That's crazy how that game came out before Cyberpunk. But like that game was a more story driven. It's not as open a world, but like
it was like that.
They could definitely have a crossover in that game. Like that could be a part of the universe. Like Death Stranding's doing a crossover with Cyberpunk, with Cyberpunk, which is pretty cool. I didn't know that. So they're starting to like combine game words.
They use Tobey Maguire instead of what's his name?
Speaking of which, they're coming out with the Spider-Man 3 with all the Spider-Mans coming back.
With all the Spider-Mans coming back?
Tobey Maguire and what is it? Andrew something?
I don't know what the fuck his name is.
Andrew
something. I know.
And then Tom Holland. And then Tom Holland.
Tommy and Tom Holland. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're bringing all of them back, and I can't wait for that fucking movie to come out because it's gonna be fucking lit.
It's gonna be just like that meme, that cartoon meme where they're just standing there.
But they have to do that meme because it's so accurate. So
they have to.
It's got to be like at the beginning of the movie where they like somebody portals in and somebody else portals in, and then he's like, and then the other guy's like, and then the other guy comes in, and they're like, he's like, what the fuck is going on, Because that's what the Spider-Verse and all that shit is for. Not only that, but I think they're turning that into a TV series as well. So,
wow.
Getting pretty fucking lit.
I have a question for you.
What's the question, sir?
Do you know the original meaning of the word fuck?
I heard of it, but it's like
what did you hear about
kings or some shit, right? Or something about a king or
it's about a king. But the word "fuck" has always been about sex.
It used to be.
It's an acronym. It's an acronym. Yeah. Yes, it originally started as an acronym, and it means fornication under consent of the king.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I know it had something to do with the king, and I couldn't remember. What it was.
Fornication under consent of the king, and as time progressed, so did the evolution of this word, and it became perfect word to use in every sentence, every way, which way, that way, the other way. It became a part of the English language.
Interesting. Fuck.
But because of society, the society has depicted this word to be quote unquote bad. Mm-hmm. But there's no such thing as a good or bad word.
Yeah.
There's like 2 million
words. There's just words you
English.
Don't say and words you can say, and that's
There's like 2 million words in the English language. Why are these 4 or 5 considered quote unquote bad?
Because they're it's the context in which you use them. I don't think it's the word is bad or good. It's about which contents.
Yeah, but
context in which you say it in, whether that be aggressive or not. So if I call you a bitch, and then if I'm on the game and I call you a little bitch, there's difference in between. Like if I go into a bar and I call somebody a bitch, they're gonna take it as aggressive. But if I call somebody that I know that's at a bar and I call them, man, you little bitch, like they know that I'm joking. So it depends on what like context you're saying it in, because yes, there might not be no bad words, but it also depends on there is bad context. And so the context, which would be like, man, fuck, or little bitch, or
little bitch,
you little pussy, or whatever the fuck you want to say, whatever the fuck you can think of. But no. It's all about the context in which you say the word. There are no bad words, because bitch doesn't mean. Bitch. When you say bitch in an aggressive tone, you mean like a little weak piece of shit person, right? But when you say bitch, but when you say the word, this male dog, I forgot what the name. Female dog. But the female dog is a bitch. Yeah. That's a bitch. Now, who the fuck gave female dogs that name as as a fucking
I have
thing.
no idea.
Who knows? Like,
no idea
why
where
did he
that
name
word originated.
I don't know.
But there's a show
exactly
on Netflix with Nicolas Cage as the host, explaining all bad words. That's where I heard that from. Yeah, watch it.
No, I saw it on TikTok or some shit like that. Yeah.
Watch it though. Watch it. It's on Netflix. It's a full ass fucking like documentary show. I don't know. Just look up Nicolas Cage and find the fucking.
Oh, okay.
There's the first episode is about fuck, and he stands there and he goes, "Fuck."
Nice.
He just screams it.
Not only that, but bad words are a good way to release stress. So
yeah, and they prove that. They proved that. They took a bunch of people and they put it too. The Mythbusters did it too.
Yeah. So what they did is
they took a bunch of people and they stuck their hands in ice water.
Yeah.
There were a group of people that couldn't cuss, and there were a group of people that were allowed to swear.
Yeah. And they timed them to see how long they could see how long. That's what the Mythbusters did.
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. Only they built like a little blurring thing so that the editors didn't have to blur out everything that they said. So it's just like a mask of like cuss words and like so they couldn't read their lips. But yeah, they proved that the people that if you did not cuss, you would last way
your pain
tolerance goes down,
increases
if you don't cuss. But if you start cussing while you're in pain, then your pain tolerance comes up because you're releasing that form of stress within your voice. Yeah. And so that's why when people cry or when people have arguments or anything like that, they tend to cuss. I think that's why most people, like most relationships, end because you don't want to cuss in front of your partner.
What the
right?
fuck?
You don't want to cuss. So listen. You've been in an argument with your significant other.
Yeah. And
you don't want to cuss at them, right?
It's not that I don't want to. It's just it falls out. It comes out.
No.
But it's not that I don't.
As a respect thing. Like you don't cuss to your girlfriend. You don't call her a bitch. You don't call her.
Oh, I don't call her a bitch.
Right. And especially when you're arguing, you're like, you're being a bitch.
Especially when you're arguing.
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't say you're a bitch or whatever while you're arguing, right? Because that's out of respect. But like, what if we did that? And then do you think your relationship would be better? Like, yeah, you might have called her a bitch and she might have called you like a fucking, I don't know, fucking slut. I don't fucking know. Like, you fucking dickhead or some shit, like, you asshole, you know?
Yeah, whatever.
Right? Like, do you think relationship arguments would be better if we just cussed at each other? Because arguments are supposed to be healthy for relationships.
Well,
because it releases a lot of the stress and a lot of the tension within the problem.
I don't swear when I'm like, if I'm like in an argument with my significant other, I'm not swearing at them.
Right.
I'm just swearing in context of the argument.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most people don't swear at all. They just don't swear when it comes to
their
when it comes to their significant other, which is the interesting part to me. I don't know. I find it very interesting.
Yeah, that's weird. I've never heard of that. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So
you always have a question for me.
In Venus, in the clouds of Venus, they've discovered something called phosphine gas.
Yes, it's thick enough to where you can be floating on of the clouds. There's a possibility that you can have a cloud city.
It's possible there was life on Venus.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, because so if you look at Venus, if you look at Venus, it used to hold water like a long ass time ago, and it used to hold green land on it. Mm-hmm. So, because the sun was, I think, 20% luminous or something like that. It was a percentage less luminous to where it was like perfect on Venus for life to exist until the sun went through its cycle of aging and it got bigger and hotter.
Yes.
You know? Of course. So it burned the fuck out of Venus.
Right.
And in the clouds of Venus, there's something called phosphine gases, which is phosphine gas is apparently very hard to make, and you can only make it if there is life.
Right.
It's the only way to make it.
Right.
Apparently. So it's the only way known.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the vast universe. There's infinite ways to make anything.
True.
There's planets that rain diamonds.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is true.
So it's possible that there was a life on Venus at some point, time or another.
There's a possibility for life to be on any planet because if you think about it, right? The planets were made somehow. They're made by smashing rocks together, whatever. And depending on how far away they were at the time, they either sprouted up life or they didn't. But I think what might or might not happen, because every planet, I think, ends up in the Goldilocks zone when the sun gets bigger. So eventually Pluto will become Earth.
No, that's too far, because the sun will then explode.
You're right. You're true.
That's way too fucking far.
Right. But no, what I'm saying, I mean, yes and no, but like we're trying to get to Mars, and Mars is a little further out than we are. But eventually, if we bring stuff from Earth to Mars, I'm pretty sure we could probably terraform Mars into another Earth. It just
that's definitely gonna happen.
It would just take a long ass time.
That's the one thing I want to see before I die. I want to either see a bubble colony on the moon or Mars.
Maybe a bubble colony. On Mars.
I want to see that
on the moon. I mean,
that's definitely possible on the moon. It's gonna take a ass load of money.
You're just gonna need that Simpsons dome. You know, that big ass fucking dome that they put over the city. Dome. I think. See, I had an idea of like a bubble city on the moon, and what it entails is just, you know, a big ass dome that you drill into the ground, really deep into the ground, and then you start pumping oxygen in it, and you bring dirt and you bring water, and then you make it like an atmosphere. You make not an atmosphere, but you make a terrarium.
Yeah, there was actually a plan. There was actually thoughts of launching nukes to Mars to melt the ice caps, and like that would put a bunch of
but it's a lot of radiation too.
It's a lot of radiation, but nobody's gonna fucking live there for a million years.
You're right.
Nobody's gonna live.
Bad idea.
It would start a greenhouse effect and melt the ice caps, put carbon dioxide into the air, and
you're not wrong. But I think,
then say we just toss some seeds at the floor at some point,
like grass and shit.
Like just toss some.
Yeah,
seeds
but we didn't come from plants, dipshit. We came from
there still needs to be there still needs to be plants for there to be.
Well, I know that because you need to make oxygen. Yeah. But like we would have to like not only send seeds but send microorganisms like from the deep depths of the ocean, and pray to God that we can evolve from that, or humans can maybe evolve over there on that planet.
No. Humans already exist here. There's not going to be another.
Well, I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're doing.
You know the percentage
you're just trying to turn it into another Earth. I know what you're talking about.
All we had to do is terraform it.
But it would be pretty cool to like just send microorganisms over there too, and to see
and watch Earth evolve
again.
I've actually had a thought about that.
And watch ourselves and watch ourselves evolve.
Okay, so you know how you can make your own little terrarium, like your own little, like a glass case, seal it off from the rest of everything around you. Yeah. And you would watch all these different things grow
and come to life.
And come to life in this little box. They launched one of those into space at some point. Mm-hmm. Where's that going to land? And say it does land. What's going to evolve from it? If it does.
It's most likely...
It's going to crash and burn, probably.
Yeah, it's most likely in the sun. Like, some sun already burned it up. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's possible for it to have landed on a asteroid, crashed, and then now it's got microorganisms, and then that asteroid ran into another Earth-like civilization where it can, Earth-like planet it's in the Goldilocks zone and it can develop life. But I'm almost for certain that whatever the fuck they shot up into space is burnt by some sort of sun.
Okay.
But there's a possibility that there could be another life. Where did octopuses come from? I told you that octopuses.
Oh yeah, you told me about the story about octopuses coming from Neptune.
Yeah, and
was it Neptune?
I think it was. I don't know. It was some planet. I forgot. I think it was one of Jupiter's moons or some shit like that. Because one of Jupiter's moons is all water, but they've analyzed it and they can see microorganisms growing in the planet. Mm-hmm. And so,
the microorganisms are like related to octopi.
No, they're saying that it's a possibility that moon could have octopi or fish-like creatures in the planet, but that's not saying that's not saying where the octopus came from. We don't know where the octopus came from. We don't know how it evolved. We don't know where it came from. They're really smart. They're really intelligent. They're aliens. They really are aliens because we cannot track their DNA.
Dolphins.
So but we can track back dolphins. We can see where they evolved from. We can't see where octopus evolved from, and so that's why we're like, okay, there's a possibility that octopuses could have came from the moon, one of the moons on Jupiter.
Have you heard Joe Rogan's theory of dolphins? He went on his.
I have a feeling that they're humans or some shit like that, right?
Yeah. They were like just enough. That's like dolphins are actually what mermaids are. Like
okay.
dolphin, like that's what I'm thinking. Like because of his theory, like dolphins are what mermaids are because humans like just split off in a path.
Right.
Because we evolved from fish, right? We evolved from fish. There was one that went on land and one that stayed in the ocean.
Yeah, something like
that. They
that.
both went on these separate paths in different evolutionary like things. And the dolphin is smarter than humans, and humans humans are humans.
Okay.
But like, what if like that's the thing? Like we just went on this different evolutionary path, and they adapted to live
to water
and water.
See, the only reason why the human body and the human mind and the human everything is flawed is because we work together. Think about it. If apes can solve a puzzle faster than we can solve a puzzle. They can look at the things where you have to match the dots behind the panels. Like, show me where all the dots are, and then you have to press it to show you where all the dots are.
Yeah.
So monkeys can do that like that. They can do it way better than we can because at the end of the day, they don't really. Their brains are just so much more. They're smarter, but they're not cooperative. Does that make sense? So us as humans, we are very smart together. Yeah. But put us in a room by ourselves, we will go insane and we will go crazy. While a monkey, if you put it with monkeys, yes, it's gonna work together, but it's also gonna want to have some sort of dominance. But if you put it by itself, it will figure it out. It will figure out how to live on its own and survive. We will do the same thing, but we won't do it as quickly or as needy because you forget about all the things that we have. We have light. We have the heater. We have AC. We have things. We are no longer used to living outside of our means. We're not used to living outdoors. We're not used to getting our own food because we go to the grocery store, because we work together to create things, and that's why we are the
dominant species.
But we're not, because if you put you and a bear next to each other out in the woods, guess who's going to win? The fucking bear. Exactly. So when we evolved, yes, we might have been like, no, fuck that. I'm not going to go online. I'm going to go become a dolphin. Or whatever.
I'm not gonna go online. I'm gonna become a dolphin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go online and become a dolphin, right? Or become a mermaid, whatever the fuck have you. You know, then those people chose that. Now they're whatever the fuck. And then like the monkeys, like, you know, our set one monkey was like, or one Homo sapien was like, okay, I'm not gonna fuck with these monkey people. I'm gonna go do my own thing. I'm gonna go explore. I'm gonna go make fire. You know, do things. Stand upright on my two legs.
Hold on. You said Homo sapien. We are Homo sapiens now. Back then, we
were like
Homo whatever. Genius,
I don't know. I don't fucking remember. But Lucy was like, I'm out here being an upright walking monkey or some shit. I forget what she was. There's a whole bunch of
when the evolution came to where man was standing up on two legs. You know what that was called? Homo erectus.
Yeah, Homo erectus. Probably, yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, so that's where we. That's where we technically started, because then we started grabbing shit from trees and all this other stuff. Eventually, like I said, we all evolved. We helped each other. We created civilizations. We created things that we could help protect ourselves from other things. And now we're here. So.
Well, we went and. Recently, we went and we burned Tristan's couch. You know Tristan over there?
Yeah.
We went and set his couches on fire.
Nice.
Yeah, we did that. That shit was really pretty fun. We tossed the first couch on, and it fucking like
ignited,
erupted in flames, dude. It was huge. And I took a video of it. I was like, and I was behind him, and I went, ooh, ooh. He turned around. He heard the first ooh. He looks at me. He goes, ooh.
What the fuck? So stupid.
We just went on this
fucking caveman.
Yeah, and then he went and grabbed we planned to burn his Christmas tree too.
Okay.
So he went and grabbed his Christmas tree and fucking speared it at the fire. I actually have the video.
I've created fire. Ooh. Look at me.
My fucking brother sent me.
By the way, we got that guy's name wrong. His name is not Blanco. It's Paco. It's BLK Paco. I'm gonna edit it in the beginning as well. So, just right now, BLK Paco. He's another podcaster that wanted to. He's the guy that's advertising on this podcast, if he is. But yeah, that's his name. Go check out his podcast.
Anyway,
you're gonna plug him a little bit too.
Monkey. My brother sent me a fucking chat of it. He swiped up on it. He's like, monkey see fire. Monkey like fire. Fire good.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. So I'm gonna. Oh well, AJ's gonna show me this, and then I'm gonna say a couple of things. Fucking stupid. You fucking chunk the tree. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So we need interactions with y'all. So now that we're back and we have your attention.
Now that I have your attention,
we need you guys to follow us on Instagram. We actually have a TikTok. I'm making us a TikTok so we can get more traction. And then I need you guys to email us. I want you guys to comment on our stuff, like ask questions, review our podcast, put reviews out on Apple Music, on wherever you can. And then, obviously we want to hear from you guys. So always you can just shoot us a quick email. Maybe a couple of questions, maybe a couple of topics, and then just let us know.
Email again?
It's called the themeetycast at gmail.com.
themeetycast@gmail.com.
Yes, indeed.
But go and hit me up.
We need you guys to hit us up. And it's not like we want you guys to give us topics. It's not like we need topics. It's just that we want to be interactive with you guys. We want to hear from you guys. We want to do everything that we can to put you guys in the podcast. That's why we have guests that are regular people. They're not some celebrity, that Joe Rogan takes on and they smoke weed and whatever and they talk about whatever the fuck. But it's just our friends. It's just people that we know that are just around us, that have been around us for X amount of years, and the people that we just know. That's why we had people. That's why we had guests. That's why we have guests every 10 episodes.
Tomorrow we will be interviewing Gandhi.
He's dead. What the fuck? But anyways, yeah, it's just we need more interaction. That's all.
I crave human interaction. Help me. Woo. Stretch it out. Wait, oh yeah, pop your back. You need one of those fucking high school chairs. They just...
Oh yeah. Yeah. The ones that I can grab onto the back and I can just
you
twist
just
my shit.
You just fucking do
pop the fuck out of my goddamn back.
Just look at the guy behind you.
Let me see if I can. If you could remove something from your life, what would it be?
If I could remove something, you. No. Yeah. If I could remove something from my life, I want to remove the lack of money.
The lack of... So you want to... That doesn't mean you have more money. You just remove the lack of money. You mean like the necessity of money?
No. The lack of money. Like, I'm lacking money.
Okay.
I need to attain more money. So, I would like to remove the lack of money from my life. I would like to attain more money.
I think I would want to remove, like, just the... Like, my like, pressure on everything. Like, yeah, lack of money, but like I wanna remove the pressure of everything in my life, so that I could just not have to worry about so much shit. Because
you don't want all that weight on.
I don't want that too. Like the pressure of being a big brother, the pressure of setting an example, the pressure of going to college, the pressure of going to work, making money, finding somebody to marry, finding somebody to do that with. And I'm not saying that all that pressure is on me right now, but I know it eventually will be, knowing my mom and dad. They're like, oh, why don't you have a girlfriend yet? Or why aren't you married? Or why don't you have grandchildren? And I'm like, why the fuck are you like anal about this? Like, stop. Like, can you just let me be fucking what I want to be? And like, I get it. You already pressured me into going to college. Like, I understand that, but like, there's nothing I can do about it, and I'm grateful that I'm in college, but like, fuck off with the pressure. Like, leave me the fuck alone.
Off my ass. Seriously though, if I could remove one thing from my life,
it's the pressure. No pressure.
I think that would be like a real good thing, like the pressure.
The pressure of life. The pressure of just living.
You know how to remove it? Gun.
No, don't do that.
Gun.
I do not advertise suicide on my podcast here.
Or
do not do that. Please do not do that. I do not want to. He killed myself because he listened to the podcast. Like, no. That is
don't ever kill yourself. That's the stupidest.
That is the weakest way to go out. It is the weakest way to go out. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
You want to go out is in a plane crash.
No.
Just going.
No, yes. Do not do that. Yeah, don't do that. What's the right age to marry? To get married?
When you can swallow.
What?
I don't know.
Hey, look at cockroach.
I don't know. Some ages, that is a fucking huge cockroach. Where is my gun?
Anyway, but he's fine. Just leave him alone. He's our guest on the podcast. What's the right age to get married, dude?
When you could fit a ring on your finger. I don't know. There's
like in your opinion,
there is no such thing as a right age, but there is such thing as an age that's too early.
Right.
And there's such a thing as getting married too early.
Right.
Like I can't tell anybody to get married like when I fucking want them to get married.
Right. They have to be ready mentally.
You have to be ready mentally and everything, you know.
Exactly.
There is all on you.
I just had this question. Don't think like I'm like thinking about that. No, I have a list of questions here.
Still get married. Like
I know.
Older people.
Yeah, I know.
Way older than us.
No, yeah, I know. I just don't. God, sometimes I think that people are like, why is Luis asking these questions? And they're like, this topic doesn't make any sense. Like they're too young to be talking about this.
Don't worry about it.
It's just a question. That's all. I just have topics on my phone that I pull up, and that's just happened to be one of the topics.
Don't worry about the questions we ask here on the podcast. The podcast questions never make sense.
They're all theoretical, and they're not.
We're all theoretics. And
they're not real, genuine,
hypothetical.
They're just why not questions or like what if questions.
Like, what if you could travel in time?
I think we already discussed this, but if I could travel in time, I think I would want to go see the future.
I would want to see the future.
I want to outlive myself. I want to outlive the time that I am given on this earth. So think about it. If I leave, if I leave now,
okay, something's stirring around in Lewis's noggin here. So the hamster's working overtime on there.
So you can go into the past, and there will be two of you, right? Okay, so in another timeline, one version of you didn't go back into the future.
What?
I mean, back into the past, sorry. So one version of you didn't go back into the past, right? So what if you went back into the past and you altered something in the past where you didn't go into the future? That life will then continue. Mm-hmm. That life will continue, right? And you will never experience going back into the future. But that's the same version of you. But after you mess with stuff, it's no longer the same version of you. So now you're the you that went back into the past to change it. So now you are an anomaly that can travel between any time and space. Now you can go further or back without affecting anything. So I would definitely like to go see the future.
So you travel back in time.
Mm-hmm.
A couple days. And you erase one number on the chalkboard that you were working on to make the time machine.
Right.
So now you never make the time machine.
Now you never made the time machine, but not only that, but it doesn't affect you because you already have the time machine.
You're now a part of the time-space continuum. You are in like you're in between.
You're that one thread that got pulled up.
Yeah,
by accident. So that's what I'm saying is that if I go back in time and I'm trying to figure out how to go into time travel and I mess one number up and now I can never figure it out. Now that guy just gives up on that project and he keeps going and doing something else.
Yeah.
Right? So, but me, fuck it. But me, the same guy that made time travel that actually figured it out, went back in time to mess myself up. Then I never went into time. That timeline then splits off and I am now here with the time machine and I can freely move about whatever the fuck I want.
Sounds like a lonely life.
It is a lonely life, but you can also go meet a whole bunch of people in different timelines.
And they'll never be able to find you.
They'll never know. They'll never know if you're telling the truth or not. Because, you've heard those people, like, I'm a time traveler, and then you see the photos that they bring back from whatever time. But, like, you truly would never know.
Okay, I hear that. But here also comes the part, say you fuck up, mm-hmm. and now you got to correct your action. Now you're just creating a pattern where you...
No.
Fold over on yourself and just continue to meet yourself.
So there's a timeline where we don't drink water.
Of course.
Right. There's a timeline where you
drink molten lead.
Right. There's a timeline where you didn't throw up or you didn't fucking take a shit. Right.
Mm-hmm. Or I threw up in my mouth and swallowed it back up.
Exactly. So at any point in time, one of us, whoever the fuck it might be, could already come back in time. That's another thing is that if time travel was real, we would already know about it. which is a weird thing to think about. But like I said, there are many different timelines in which you can affect the past, future, and present. There is no one past or future. There's an infinite amount of past and future, because after what I'm thinking about, after what I am saying, all of a sudden
there's a portal that opens up on my wall, and people come in here and just start raiding his house.
It's the fucking FBI. What was I saying?
What the fuck is going on?
What was I saying? At any point in time, anything can change, right? And at any point in time, somebody could come through that door or come through your wall and say that we're talking about just random shit, right? But we won't know until we're in
those shoes,
which is crazy. So there is nothing like now, but there is also nothing like the future and nothing like the past, because our pasts are literally our own and our future is literally whatever we decided to be.
Yeah, the future is untold and unknown.
Yes.
There is only present,
and it's funny because
that is why I just called
something in your something. It's funny because something in your past could be the reason why you're here, but that also could be a result of somebody messing with your timeline, going back into the past and making sure you end up where you are now.
It's me.
Right? So like that one, so think about it. Let's say you think you're going to fail a test, right? Right? And you know you bombed the test. You know you got a failing grade, but then somehow, some way you make a 70 on that test.
You ever guess on a test and submit it, and then you get it back, you're like, what the fuck, did I pass this?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying is that you could know right now that you bombed a test, but somebody could go back into the future, back into the past, literally change that test and then put you where you are now, even though you know you bombed that test. You know for a fact you've bombed that test. You got rid of it. But no, somebody went back, made sure you passed, and now you're here where you are.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy. At any point in time in your past, somebody could have fucking fiddled with it and caused you to end up where you are.
How do you know?
But you'll never know. You'll never know. Because everything happens for a reason, right?
I guess, yeah.
So why wouldn't time travel happen for a reason? Why wouldn't the creation of Earth happen for a reason? You know, people are confirming aliens now. Like, they're confirming, like, aliens are real all over the world. And I'm like, so what? We're just gonna
all of a sudden they want.
We're just gonna accept the fact that aliens and nobody's gonna fucking flip the fuck out. Like, what the hell? The Canadians have confirmed. We have confirmed. The Israel people in Israel have confirmed that there are aliens, and I'm like, nobody's fucking flipping out because of Trump. Like, everything seems unreal but real, and it's like, we don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed.
It's impossible for aliens to not exist, intelligent or not.
Right.
Intelligent or not, aliens exist. It's impossible with all the stars in the fucking universe,
microorganisms,
and all the fucking planets that exist in the Goldilocks zone for human life to flourish. There's no reason
they might not look like us. They might not talk like us. They might not be as evolved as us, but there is life on another planet, because if the Goldilocks zone exists and we know about it, then there has to be another race out there that knows about it.
There's planets out there that exist in their Goldilocks zone in their solar system.
Exactly, and they might be at the dinosaur age.
You want to know something crazy? There's a planet that orbits 3 suns that's in the Goldilocks zone.
Nice.
It's a planet that orbits. Think about that. You would just fucking see 3 suns in the morning.
Yeah,
there's
it's
3
like
suns
fucking Star Wars
across the sky.
It's like Star Wars where they have 2 suns. You know? Yeah.
But it's 3. That's one more than 2.
Oh man! Just wait until this fucking the 22nd episode, dude. We're gonna talk about fucking Atlantis. And that movie was fucking crazy. I've been wanting to talk about it this whole time, but I'm like, wait, this would just be good for one podcast. Let me just not talk about it at all.
We'll rewatch the movie too.
Save it. We'll rewatch it and everything, and then
we'll watch the second one too, Milo's Return.
I don't think that's gonna be as good, but we'll watch it.
But still, we'll watch it.
Well, we'll watch it anyways.
Yeah, Lewis started looked at me at the end of the movie. He started smiling.
I was like, "There's
I have so many ideas in my head right now.
So many things to talk about." I would suggest you guys go watch it before the next podcast, because we are definitely talking about this movie. So,
yes, we're definitely talking about
one requirement for the next podcast: you go watch Atlantis, at least the first movie. You don't have to watch the second one. You don't have to watch the second one.
The original Disney movie Atlantis.
Yeah, you don't have to watch the second one, but I would suggest you watch at least the first one because we are going to go nerd out on this fucking movie.
Let me look up the exact name of the movie.
It's Atlantis, for the legendary treasure, the hidden city or something like that.
Disney Atlantis.
The Lost Empire? No.
Atlantis, The Lost Empire.
Yep, The Lost Empire, yeah. So go watch Atlantis, The Lost Empire, and then come back to the 22nd episode, and we're going to fucking nerd the fuck out. But I think that'll be all for this podcast. I'm satisfied.
Spelled Atlantis with a U by mistake.
I'm satisfied with this podcast.
Yeah, I'm satisfied too. I like being back in this
saddle.
Yeah.
In the saddle. Being back. Being great. I'm happy we're back. I'm happy that we get to do this. I'm happy that we were able to come back. So make sure you guys follow us on Instagram it's actually changed. At Sunrise Meets _meets _podcast because I changed it. And then it's also that on TikTok. So make sure you guys go follow us on TikTok. Make sure you guys go follow us on Instagram, and make sure to email us at the themeetycast@gmail.com. At themeetycast@gmail.com.
Sunrise_meets MEETS.
Yes, MEETS. Okay, well that'll be it for this podcast. I've been your host, Luis Chavez, and this has been my co-host,
Anthony.
And we will see you guys in the next episode.
Goodbye.